What's up, it is your guy, Mark My Words. Coming back to you with another one, bro. Today I want to talk to you about these little extramarital affairs that you might be having, or you might have had, or you were planning to have. Okay? That you might have had, or that you're planning to have. Alright? So we're going to get into that in a minute. Now, if the information that you hear in this video is worth sending to somebody, worth sharing, please do that. All right, it takes 5 seconds for you to share a video with somebody and say, bro, I was thinking about you, this one hit home. It's about 15 minutes long. All right, that helps. Also, if you like the content, if you like the information, please do me a favor and like and subscribe so that I know that the content was well worth it and that I'm hitting home and I should do more content like this. All right, so gotta touch on these little side situations that we be in, bro. So let's just be clear about something, man. Like, you know, there's a lot of us guys that have been cheaters since we've been young, right? We 12, 13 years old, you were dating 2 girls in school, right? You might have had one that lived in your neighborhood, she went to a different school, or you were dating a girl, you're in 9th grade, you're dating a 10th grader, but you also talk to this girl who's in 8th grade, but she goes to the junior high, so they don't know each other, right? It happens, right? But what a lot of us in society, bro, we grew up thinking that that was the move, that cheating was the move, that if you're a man, you're supposed to have multiple women. Now, we all have our different views on having multiple women at one time, but it was never supposed to be, you're never supposed to be doing things behind people's backs, basically in life, right? So outside of a relationship, part of being a masculine man, bro, is being an honest man. So if you have to do anything on the dishonest lane, bro, it's not worth it, right? So as far as it comes to dating, we were never supposed to be doing things in a dishonest manner. So the problem is, a lot of us grew up thinking that that was the move, and we created this habit of always cheating, right? We didn't come out the womb being cheaters. You didn't turn 12 and you were a cheater. You had to learn. That's a learned behavior, okay? So you learn how to get good at it. You learn how to be okay with it. You learn how to convince people to do it with you, right? So here we are. You might be 40 years old, 50 years old, 35, 25. And it seems like that's what you like to get into. Now, bro, I'm not going to come on here trying to preach to you as if your whole life is going to be shitty if you cheat on women. That's not the case. What I will tell you is that operating with extramarital relationships, you have to create bad habits just to operate correctly in them. Meaning, you have to lie about your whereabouts. You can't say, I'm going to Sally's house. You got to say, I'm going to the sports bar. You're going to be late sometimes because you're over there messing with Sally, and Sally might have taken too long, or you might have got in a traffic jam on the way back from Sally's, so you can't be a punctual man. When you messing around with Sally, you can't take your kids around Sally, so when you spend time with Sally, you can't be the best father you want to be because you can't do both at the same time. You understand? So most of the things that we talk about, which makes up a honorable masculine man, bro, it goes against, or we have to go against those principles for us to cheat or us to be outside of our relationships, okay? So what ends up happening is, though, bro, you miss out on time with your kids, you're always lying to your lady, you're not punctual, so then it bleeds into other areas of your life and you don't see it. Oh, I lie to my chick all the time. It's not a big deal if I lie to my boss. I lie to my boss all the time. It's not a big deal if I tell my neighbor I'm going to be there on Saturday to help him with his deck and I never show up, right? These habits transfer into other areas of your life, and then they take down the quality of your life. And when the quality of your life goes down, you become unhappy. And bro, we're not on this earth to be unhappy. If God wanted you to be unhappy, he would not have made it so easy for you to smile and laugh. You understand? And I understand the temptation that comes along with the extramarital affairs and the side relationships when we have a girlfriend. I understand the temptation, bro. You like women. And we all like women. There's not a problem with that. It's the dishonesty that comes with it, bro. It's the fact that they don't know each other, right? It's the fact that, you know, you can't have a tough conversation with your lady about how you're feeling because something was going on with you and Sally. When Sally done pissed you off, you still pissed when you walk in the door. Your lady asking you what's wrong with you. You can't even tell her what's wrong with you. You mad the whole night. Meanwhile, you and Sally was arguing on the way to the crib because she want to go on another girl's trip, and you don't necessarily trust what she gonna be doing on that girl's trip, huh? You're not able to be the man you want to be. I wish I could tell you that you could become the greatest man you could ever be and still cheat at the same. And bro, you can't. You're leaving stuff on the table. You understand? You might could make a lot of money. A lot of y'all got a lot of money. But bro, you're not making the most money you can make. You're not making the most sound investments. You're not saving money like you could because, you know, it pay to play. You understand? You got to pay to play. So most of the time, we're in these situations where we have to spend money, where we have to skip out on gym sessions, where we have to go against our rules about not smoking, not drinking, huh? How many of y'all the last time you drank was with somebody you ain't had no business with? Well, so what ends up happening is, man, you know, I don't want to say that you're a horrible man if you cheat, because we've all cheated, bro. We've all cheated. But you can't be your best self if you're lying to your lady. Now, if you and your lady got to understand it, huh? And them two women have met, talked to each other somehow, have had some type of interaction, that's totally different. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you're going behind your lady, if your lady thinks that you only sleep with her and you only entertain her, and you only share energy with her and you're going against that, bro, that's cheating, okay? Bro, you're not reaching your potential in a lot of areas in life. Again, punctuality, honesty and integrity, financially. Even as a father, you got to take time away from your kids. Spiritually, because, you know, you get down to pray, bro. It's in the back of your mind who you was just with, huh? Come on now. You're not even receiving the blessings you were supposed to, boy. So it's not going the way that it could go. Things are going well. They could be going way better. Way better. I know it's tempting. And I know you got needs. But bro, I'm just trying to let you know. If you're on the fence about it, I'm telling you, it don't end. Nobody ever cheated on a lady for 10 years, bro. And then at the end of the marriage said, yo, you know what? It was really cool that I cheated on her. Like, I became a better man because of that. My finances were so much better. I became such an upstanding individual in my community. That's never what they say. You never become a better man from cheating, bro. That's not what happens. I'm sorry I had to break it to you. You know what I mean? Now, I always appreciate you guys tuning in with your boy, okay? Because your time is valuable and so is mine. The only reason why I come on here is to make you better. Is to share with you the pitfalls that I've had in my life and that I've seen happen around me. Because 20 years ago, fam, when I was 27, we didn't have YouTube. We couldn't get on here and watch 10 videos about abstaining from sex, perhaps. Semen retention. Not lying to your lady. We didn't have that. It was trial and error. So when I come on here and talk to you, understand that I just don't want you to go through what I went through. I don't want you to go through what I seen my mans and them go through. For what? We're a better society when we share information with other men and men become better day by day. So that's the only reason why I'm on here. You want some one-on-one attention? You want to establish a relationship with me and you feel like you got some things you need to sharpen up on and I maybe can help you for 2 or 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe once a week for 9 months, maybe 3 sessions over the course of 30 days. Go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the line, bro. We'll figure it out. All right? But it is your boy. Appreciate you for tuning in with me today. And I'll be back at you on the flip side. It's your guy, Mark My Words.